So with Bitcoin at an all-time high right now, you can see that the obvious question on people's mind is, should you sell Bitcoin right now if it's at an all-time high? We're going to get into some things in this video of why you shouldn't sell, or maybe some reasons to sell. But currently Bitcoin is sitting at $38,500 and is probably going to keep going up for a couple days. I do expect a pullback at some point, and then hopefully into the new year it does continue going up. So the reason that you shouldn't sell Bitcoin right now is probably because it is going to keep going up, and that's going to probably continue into 2025. If we take a look at the year chart here, you can see that we're at around 37,000 from a year to date. Now we're all the way up to 83,000. That's basically a double in price and a little bit extra on top. When we go to the max chart here, you can see the top of the last bull run was $69,000 or $65,000 per Bitcoin. So depending on when you bought Bitcoin would obviously be the question of when you're going to sell it. So if you bought it down here, it might also be an opportunity to sell off some of your Bitcoin right now, just because it is in profit, maybe 3 or 4x depending on what price you bought it down here, compared to what we see up here right now. So it's always good to take some of the profits of investing in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, just because you don't know how the market is going to react. As we always say on the channel, it's not financial advice, so obviously you can sell it at your own kind of pace that you want to. I am expecting, or at least predicting, that it's going to keep going up. There's probably going to be some drawdown from people selling at this range, as I said. So there might be some drawdown from that. But I think it's going to continue going up into 2025. The previous bull run started, if we go to max here, kind of regarded as starting when you hit the next all-time high. So December 28th is kind of where Bitcoin hit the all-time highs of this price right here. So I think when we see it basically go past 69,000, that was the start of this bull run that's going to happen. And it's basically kicking off right now. So it goes from 20,000, let's just say that that was the previous all-time high, and it gets up to around 70,000 here. So that's about 3x, so 20,000 to around 70 or 60,000. So I think that this is going to be a 3x again on top of this all-time high. So if we take 70,000 as the all-time high, technically, we could go with quite confidently either 140 for 2x, or it could even be 210,000 for one Bitcoin. So that's what I'm saying. It's probably not the best idea to sell it right now, because it's only at 80,000. That's only a little bit more than the all-time high that we've ever hit. It's probably going to at least double within the next couple of months, and if not triple, 70,000 within the next couple of months. The reason that I say this is because if we look at Bitcoin trends, or Google Trends, sorry, you can see that in the last bull run, if you search for the term Bitcoin worldwide in the past 5 years, you have your maximum search of 100 searches. So this would be the maximum amount of search history or people searching for the term Bitcoin. And that was hit back in May of 2021, if we look here. So May 16th to the 22nd of May. And right now, currently, the searches for Bitcoin is not even half of that. So we're at 51, just over 51 right here. So that kind of signifies that people aren't necessarily searching for Bitcoin too much anymore. I believe that this was the FTX fiasco or scandal right here. So we still got around half of the searches that we had back in 2021, which kind of signifies to me that half of the people aren't searching for it. Plus, if this goes up to 100 and it outbeats this, I think it will set the new trend line of 100, and it will probably be triple of what these searches are. Now, it doesn't say a categorical number of how many searches there are necessarily, but it does kind of give you a scale to see how much people are interested in Bitcoin compared to previous months or years. And you can also see interest by region. So El Salvador, Nigeria, Switzerland, Netherlands, and Austria are the top ones here. And you can also see the related topics. So this might give you kind of an insight into what's coming up next with these. So Bitcoin mining, we always talk about mining on the channel, but Bitcoin mining might be a next breakout. Tesla as a topic, so Tesla's kind of closely linked with the cryptocurrency world through Elon Musk. Solana, Shiba Inu, and non-fungible tokens, which is NFTs. And then related queries right here, you have kind of the same thing that we're seeing here. So these would be good things to kind of look at if you're wondering what is coming up next past this all-time high of Bitcoin, maybe these topics are something that you can look into, even research into if you wanted to, gain some extra profitability on other things that you would be buying in the next couple months. So if we take it back right now, we can actually check on the market cap of all cryptocurrencies. So currently we are at, let's just go here as a figure of 3 trillion for the overall cryptocurrency market. And we just hit up to that right there that we're seeing on the chart, so that we can actually move it all the way in right here. And it's nearly hitting up to 3 trillion. So it's not at the same market cap that it was top of the last bull run, And this kind of signifies again that we haven't even started to go into this bull run that we're probably going to see in 2025. Furthermore, people are looking for altcoin season, and that normally happens after Bitcoin has its run upwards. It normally flicks back and forth a couple of times, so you have an altcoin season, Bitcoin season, altcoin season, Bitcoin season. We kind of saw that in 2022 as well, and then it kind of dies down from there. Right here on the dominance chart, Bitcoin is still holding a lot of dominance, but you can start to see it tick down actually as the all-time high gets up there. So you're at 58 right here, and then we're at an all-time high right now, but it's at 52%. So you can see that Bitcoin's dominance is actually dropping off compared to other cryptocurrencies. And by no means am I saying it's an altcoin season currently right now, because it does work off of this chart, so altcoin season index. Basically when all of the altcoins start to overtake Bitcoin's price appreciation. So you can see here they have a nice chart where altcoin season would be above 75, Bitcoin season is under 25. So you can see it right here that we've had the Bitcoin season, and probably altcoin season is going to be coming as Bitcoin keeps rising up there. Mainly because people like to take profitability from that, put it into more risky investments, and then keep turning that back over. So that's why it flicks back from altcoin season to Bitcoin season in these bull runs that we have. You can see that if 25% of the top 50 coins performed better than Bitcoin over the last season, so 90 days, it's altcoin season. Excluding the top 50 stable coins, so USDT and stuff like that. You can see Bitcoin's kind of sitting in the middle. So you need all of these to kind of overtake Bitcoin's percentage in the last 90 days for it to be an altcoin season. You have a lot of big gainers here though, Doge, Shiba Inu. So when we go back to those trends, you can kind of see that here, Shiba Inu coin and the related topics right here. And then you have a bunch of other coins here that are also gaining in the market. And there's a bunch below Bitcoin that haven't gained as much. So our favorite one on the channel, obviously Casper coin, is down 7.3% in the last 90 days overall performance, but it has been rising. So it went from 10 cents up to 15 cents within basically a day. So a 50% increase in a day, and it's kind of following on from Bitcoin's price going up, because that's what we normally see in the market. As Bitcoin's price goes up, everything else does as well. We can see this if we just go cryptocurrencies by market cap. Every chart that we're seeing is basically following Bitcoin's chart. So you have Solana, BNB, Dogecoin, bunch of other ones, XRP, Cardano, Shiba Inu, Tron. That looks a bit different. So I don't know what's going on there. Wrapped, Ethereum, Toncoin, Avalanche, all the main named ones. But a lot of these are just going up just because of Bitcoin. The way that you can see if it's outperforming Bitcoin is if you go on settings here and you click USDT and then you scroll down and find Bitcoin here. You can see how the price has changed against the price of Bitcoin. So Ethereum in the last 7 days is up 7.8%. Solana's doing better than Bitcoin. Dogecoin is doing better as well. Shiba Inu is doing better as well. So is Cardano. So anything in the green is technically improving more than Bitcoin. So as I said at the start of the video, I don't think it's a good time to sell. There is a lot of profitability still to be had. Bitcoin and the whole cryptocurrency market is probably going to keep going up from here. There might be slight drawbacks, but don't let that make you sell it, because that's kind of how the market fluctuates. It draws back a little bit. A lot of people start to sell off. And then when it gets to a price point that everyone's comfortable buying at, they buy in, it shoots the price up. And we kind of saw that with Bitcoin over the past couple of months. So if we go for 3 months here, we need to change this to US dollars. You can see at these low points, this 54,000, this was obviously a price point for people, so 55,000 maybe. It shoots back up all the way to 65, comes down again to 60,000, shoots all the way back up, and then it kind of keeps rising from there. So it gets up to 72, pulls back a little bit, down to below that, so 67,000, and that kind of kicks off a lot of people buying it as well. So let me know in the comments your price predictions for Bitcoin. It's just actually technically at a new all-time high as we're finishing this video, so 84,000. As I said, let me know your price predictions and what price you're willing to sell your Bitcoin at.